Fortnite's narrative has been an enigma for years, yet Chapter 4 attempts to give us more backstory than ever before. The Ageless, the Rift Warden, and Amy's desire to save the scientist. It's now time to recap the season. I'm Adam, you're awesome, let's do this. Quickly, a quick recap of how we got here. We joined forces with a troop called the Seven, a resistance group of space travelers caught up in a war with another faction, the Imagined Order. Both groups' sole purpose is gaining control of the 0 point by any means necessary. That orb of power is the Big Bang you learn about at school, the energy that created all life and all existence. But that's where the similarities between the Seven and IO end, as the Imagined Order want to harness the 0 point energy for their own means, while the Seven wish to free it. During our time in game, we worked with both sides, finally teaming with the Seven to free the 0 point and send everyone home in Chapter 3. Job done! Or was it? The 0 point freedom is all well and good, but let's be honest, someone out there will always want to possess that power, or worse, destroy it. A mere few weeks later, our paradise was dismantled. A mysterious substance eventually consumes the entire island, along with most of the Seven. Long story short, another faction known as the Last Reality made a daring play to claim the 0 point, but it all ended with the entire island exploding. Chapter 4 begins now.
I've done everything I can. This is your fight now.
Somehow, the 0 point, with help from the last remaining member of the Seven, the Paradigm, built a new island for us, dragging together chunks of landmass from multiple realities, and more to the point, from multiple time periods. Modern-day buildings stood close to medieval structures. The past, the present, and the future, all at the same time. The 0 point now hides in a vault underfoot in a world controlled by a new enemy, the Ageless. A formidable champion attacks any outsiders in his presence with new technology never seen before, a kinetic ore hammer and an Excalibur rifle. A gun that shoots swords, wow. We believe the Ageless is a snapshot of Geno, the leader of the Imagined Order, as his sigil can be spotted on the flags, and he looks mighty similar too. The last time we saw Geno, he was ripped into a million pieces, but he didn't stay dead for long. The NPCs in this new world are already choosing a side, to serve the Ageless or to prepare to battle him. We didn't come to the island all alone. Before he was covered in goo, the scientist introduced us to Amy, an AI unit with very strong opinions.
I am the scientist's favorite, so it has been programmed and so it shall be.
Working with her, we take rocks from Paradigm's homeworld to a quarry of unimaginable power, and a revelation is made.
The rocks we just dropped off have been refined somehow. They're hundreds of times more powerful. With enough of this stuff, an untethered AI could mind blend this island into a big ol' existence smoothie. If they wanted to, which I do not. I'm totally cool.
We've made a new power source, and immediately Amy gives the new discovery to Stellan. I'll let him explain himself.
I'm Stellan, the Rift Warden to the Oathbound. My task, set by the Ageless Champion, is to create a stable rift gate, a bridge to new realities.
So, Stellan is basically creating an early version of the bridge. In Fortnite lore, Io used it to harness the 0 point energy to travel anywhere in existence. Stellan has already started work for his boss the Oathbound, and began construction on a turret roof. And like always, we somehow became his assistant. At one point, we created a planetary chart using the vault where the 0 point is. This was to allow Stellan to pinpoint where in the cosmos we are before we could complete the build. During our time with Stellan, he eventually trusts us enough to share a secret.
I will choose to trust you with a secret I have never told. There is a being, a shapeless man. He watches us with dark purpose. If we do not finish the rift gate, the consequences will be terrible.
A shapeless man watches the island. This could be countless people in Fortnite's lore, from the chrome goodness of the Herald, to the Chaos Agent, who is made out of whatever this substance is, to Geno himself, who is currently piecing himself back together after a out-of-body experience. He could even be a member of the Seven. They became goo last chapter too. And then there is a name we know little about, the Nothing. During Chapter 3, we saw the Nothing convince one of our own soldiers to join his cause, but there hasn't been a word since. All we know for certain right now is a shapeless man watches the island. Amy is rightfully a little perturbed by what Stellan says and decides to do a little investigating.
Does Rickford and Stellan's plan to visit/maybe take over other realities seem a little suspicious to you?
She wants to hijack Stellan's Riftgate idea to find the scientist, her creator. As Amy doesn't have a body yet, we do the donkey work yet again, grabbing everyday items, shoving AI chips into them, and yeeting them through a miniature version of a Riftgate. Moments later, the object returns, but holy heck, look at them. They've been changed by the Rift. But the only question we care about is the scientist still alive?
He's different now. They're all different now. As we speak, they change. A fate darker than the worst imaginable.
The test rift locked onto the scientist, and something horrible is happening to him. What could be darker than the worst fate imaginable?
Oh wow, yes indeed. By the sounds of it, they found all the Chromed Islanders from the last chapter. Sadly, they aren't having the greatest of times wherever they are. And if you needed more proof, finally Amy confirms the scientist can be saved.
The second that gate is online, I need to be ready to use it, to find him, before it's too late.
Our plan is now simple. Assist Stellan with the Rift Gate, and at the very moment he switches it on, we hijack it to find the scientist. The build continues, the Rift Gate gets a little closer to construction, and our closeness to Stellan continues, and he can't help but tell us another one of his secrets.
I came to the Earthbound at the order of the Shapeless Man. He yearns for a Rift Gate, and if we fail, he may destroy us.
The Shapeless Man he speaks of told him to go to the Oathbound with the sole purpose of creating a Rift Gate. The Ageless is just another pawn in this story like us. The Shapeless Man torments Stellan into doing his bidding. Meanwhile, Amy is preparing to save the scientist, and for that she needs a physical body to survive the jump through the rift. So she uses an old aimbot with a highly advanced piece of tech taped to its head. Welcome to the future. And then it becomes time to say goodbye to Amy. And it looks like she's going to have a villain arch soon. Listen to this.
I guess this is goodbye. Not forever, but for now. I don't know what's happening to the scientist, but I will find him. I will save him, and I'll bring him back here. And maybe when I do, I'll look at everything I've done, and he'll finally see me as his superior. Thank you for everything. You changed my life, and I'll miss you.
That girl needs validation quick. While this happened, a piece of lore was given to us via a blog update. It's based around 2 premium characters from the crew packs that have been confirmed to have defeated the Ageless champion using Excalibur rifles. Whether that's important or not, I really don't know, but it's better to know than to not. And now it's the final week of the season. The Rift Gate was completed and began to rise into the air, a floating hula hoop of destiny. And now's the time. The Rift Gate is switched on, and it's revealed someone has changed the coordinates? How could that have happened? We go to the last place we saw Amy, and true to her word, she has gone, in her place, one of those rifts. If all goes to plan, Amy will return with the scientist and the 7. Our final mission for Stellan sees us locate potential collaborators. Everyone admits no guilt, and Stellan's last words foreshadow imminent danger.
The energy of the Rift Gate is destabilizing. This could rip open the entire sky, and we have no idea what's on the other side. Stars help us.
Keep an eye on the sky as the season ends. Something huge is coming. I'm Adam, you're awesome. I'll see you next time.